It's early April along my favourite stretch of the River Wensum just outside of Norwich. The resident swans have been busy over the past few weeks and have piled up reeds to create a large nest of more than a metre in diameter. Both parents would have built this nest, and by the time I discovered it, the female was already sitting on a clutch of eggs. Swans, and many other waterfowl, do not incubate until the last egg is laid to ensure that all of the young hatch at the same time, allowing the family to leave the nest together. Swans are usually quite protective of their nests, and this pair have been very successful in the past. They reared a whopping 9 cygnets last year and 6 the year before that. This year, however, they have decided to nest next to a busy pathway and have put themselves at risk of attack by dogs and disturbance from people. Further down the river, the Egyptian geese have had a head start and have already hatched a chick and brought it to the water. Unlike the swans, this pair nested high on top of a waterside building, meaning they were less at risk from terrestrial predators, but that the goslings had to make a leap of faith to reach the water and their feeding grounds. Unfortunately, I didn't get to witness it this year, but a dog walker told me there was 4 chicks jumping from the roof and all of them made it to the water safely. I do not know what has happened to the other 3. As their name suggests, Egyptian geese are a non-native species. They have been doing very well because of global warming and they are spreading further north each year. They were once almost only seen in East Anglia but have now been recorded as far north as Scotland and across to Western Wales. Although mallards can breed quite early, I have yet to see any in 2009, but they have definitely been showing signs of their intentions to breed. This female is being constantly guarded by a drake, and with good reason. The moment his back is turned, another drake attempts to make a move. This doesn't go down well at all, and after receiving a beating, he flies off to try his luck elsewhere. Extra pair paternity is common in the mallard world, and one clutch of eggs may have multiple fathers. The last common species of waterfowl along this stretch of the Wensum are the resident gaggle of Greylag geese. Over the winter there was in excess of 40 Greylags, but now there are only around 15, many of which have paired up and keep their distance from one another. I presume the other geese have moved off to different territories to nest and raise their goslings. In 2018, one pair nested nearby, but all of their goslings disappeared soon after hatching, so I don't know if they will try to breed locally again this year. It is now early May along the banks of the River Wensum, and at the swan nest not much seems to have changed. I cannot find the male, but he does guard a large territory and is probably somewhere upstream defending his turf. The eggs take around 42 days to hatch, so they could hatch any day now. I head downstream, and although spring has definitely sprung, the trees are much greener and the air is full of beautiful birdsong, there is not much activity along the riverbank. I did see an adult Egyptian goose fly overhead, but unfortunately didn't get it on camera. I wonder if this is one of the parents I filmed last month, and if so, where is its partner and the gosling? Slightly further downstream I see one Egyptian gosling all by itself. It is about the right size to be the one I filmed a month previously, but there are no adults in sight. This is quite surprising, as Egyptian geese are usually diligent parents. I wonder what has happened to them and why they have left the gosling on his own. The next waterfowl I see are not one, but two family groups of Greylags. The goslings look almost the same age as each other and are probably around a week old. The two families stick close by each other, as this means there are more adults to keep watch over the young. At the first sign of danger, an alarm call goes out. The goslings huddle closer together, and one of the adults rears his wings to show any potential predator that he is a big animal and is willing to defend his young. In the same park as the Greylag families, there are two mother Mallards. One of them has got two pretty well grown ducklings in tow, and the other, who is being escorted by a drake, has just the one, and it is very young. Mallards usually have a lot more ducklings than this. Their average clutch of eggs is between 9 and 13, so it is likely many of the other ducklings have been taken by predators. I'm not surprised by this. There are many opportunistic hunters here in the park. Brown rats that scurry through the grass, herring gulls that soar overhead, and even the occasional domestic cat. This one definitely looks like it's had a few meals lately. If you've enjoyed watching this video, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.